Why do we feel so good after we eliminate waste from our bodies? Why do we destroy our relationships in order to start over again? And why must we live in perpetual conflict in order to feel alive? Welcome to Open Heart Podcast. I am Lu Leslin, your host. This is a podcast where we share ideas, stories, and questions with an open heart, so we can be kinder and wiser to ourselves and each other. Every week, we'll discuss a topic where I share my observation, ideas, and questions with you. And I would love to hear your thoughts, comments, and reflections too. Please send them to lou@leslincreativestudio.com. Today's topic is Parody in Paradox. All life begins with shit. There is no life without shit. Everything we ingest grows from a mixture of soil and compost. Compost is made from poop and organic material. Without shit, we will not exist. There will be no living plants or animals. The cycle is simple. Plants grow from the soil. Animals eat the plants and produce shit. The shit is composted, and that compost goes back into the soil to feed the next generation of plants. We have to treat it with care in order to stay healthy. All life begins with shit and ends with shit. The cycle is complete. When we apply this analogy to human relationship, the invisible exchange of energy between two entities, we discover a deeper truth that exists in all human relationships. We enter every relationship believing this one will be different. That is the parody. It always is different. And it never is. That is the paradox. We are drawn toward another human being by something we cannot fully name, a recognition, a frequency. Something in us reaches toward something in them before the mind has a single reason to justify it. We call it whatever we want to serve us at that particular moment in time. And then the storm begins. Not dramatically, not all at once. Human emotional energy doesn't announce itself. It swirls, it builds, it distributes from one person to another. Suffering, pleasure, joy, agony, tears, distraction, a circular current flowing through us without purpose or destination. We send it forward without knowing. We receive it without consent. We allow the invisible to hold together and split apart the bond. It is the process of understanding what it means to be human. The paradox is that we cause harm to one another, whether we intend to or not. In every relationship, every single one, harm moves in both directions. The question is never whether it will happen. The question is whether we will be conscious enough to interrupt the cycle, or whether we will simply pass it forward to the next person in the next relationship. I have passed it forward, so have you. Most of us confuse being needed with being valued. They feel identical from the inside. Need pulls you close. Need makes you feel indispensable. Need looks real until the moment it doesn't. Until the moment you realize the other person was never truly seeing you. They were seeing what you provided, what you represented, what they felt in your presence, not the core essence of who you are. That asymmetry is the loneliest human experience. Not conflict, not even abandonment. Asymmetry. Two people inhabiting the same relationship on entirely different frequencies. One confiding in human vulnerability and the other responding in superficial events. And neither one naming it until the distance becomes undeniable. The person we built the image of, the one we reach toward, may never have existed outside our own imagining. We clung to a possibility. We clung to a version of a person that lived in us, not in them. And yet, what we imagined was not false. It was real. It was simply ours. We want to live in that bubble as long as we can, so we can feel safe in the illusion we created for ourselves. Human ingenuity created unprecedented prosperity and unspoken poverty. We can see how the last 300 years of human progress has been built at the expense of our own ecology and biodiversity. In building the human world, we managed to destroy most of our wetlands, drive hundreds of unique species to extinction, and devastate irreplaceable marine biodiversity through pollution. It is heartbreaking to see what we have done to our planet. Like a cancer cell, multiplying exponentially, outcompeting all the healthy, diverse cells around it, relentlessly consuming the resources of the host body. To the tumor, it is a spectacular evolutionary success. By destroying the host, it ultimately guarantees its own destruction. We are all innocent and guilty. We are all capable of deception and honesty. We are all trapped in the illusion of what we want to believe. If the human race can invent a new system with respect for all living beings, accept our own failings for acting purely on self-serving motivations, and find the collective wisdom as one humanity, we could make the planet a better world for all. What's the chance of that happening is anyone's guess. Everything turns to shit. That's the bloody truth about life. This has been episode 7 of season 3, Parody in Paradox. Next time, the source within. The most terrifying and beautiful place you will ever find. Thank you for joining me. I love to hear from you. Please share your comments, stories, and questions. Send them to lou@blesslandcreativestudio.com. This is a podcast where we share ideas, stories, and questions with an open heart, so we can be kinder and wiser to ourselves and each other. Take care.